Welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. And today we're going to talk a little bit about football and recruiting. We just had a kind of a big weekend in recruiting. The Bruins lost a few commits, lost a couple battles for commits, but they ended up picking up one on Saturday. So we're going to go ahead and break down the losses, break down the battles that they lost, and also touch on the 3-star commit that they went ahead and snagged on Saturday. So first, let's go into the 3-star commit. As you probably know already, they landed 3-star athlete Torrey Davis. He is the number 3 ranked prospect out of Colorado. He goes to Fairview and Boulder. And he chose the Bruins after offers from Utah, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. He also had offers from, obviously, Colorado and Deion Sanders, but he opted for the Bruins, which was a really good snag, especially after the Bruins lost a couple recruits. A little bit about Torrey Davis. He spoke to Bruin Report Online, kind of talked about what led him to choosing Westwood, choosing UCLA. He said, "I felt like it was the best fit for me academically and football-wise. I feel like this is the best decision for me because I believe that they will be able to develop me into the player I need to be to get my goal to play in the NFL. I had a gut feeling when I was on my official visit. The thing that stood out to me most was all the opportunities you have in the area outside of football. All the coaches and the players were cool. My impression of them was they have a lot of experience and they coach you hard. I like the area. I think Westwood is a cool place. There's easy access to all the other well-known places in Los Angeles, and there are a lot of connections for life after football." Obviously, a lot of these prospects have been lured into Westwood by the culture and kind of the I guess you could say camaraderie that Deshaun Foster and his coaching staff are building. But Torrey Davis was actually more attracted to the development aspect and kind of stuff outside of football, which obviously Southern California and Los Angeles provides a whole bunch of that for athletes and whatnot. So he also was evaluated by 24/7 Sports. Greg Biggins, this is what he had to say about him. Davis is a talented two-sport, two-way standout athlete. He's a talented hooper, and his athleticism pops on the field. He could play wide receiver or safety at the next level, but safety is where we think his upside is the highest. And a little sidebar, UCLA was recruiting him to be a safety. Obviously, their wide receiver room is still kind of sort of stacked, but their secondary is just as stacked as well. So they have a really good room on both sides of the ball. Back to the quote, he said he boasts a projectable frame that is pushing 6'1", 190 pounds, with room to add good weight in the coming years. He shows a ton of range in pass defense with good ball skills and does a great job high pointing the football. He shows speed to make plays sideline to sideline and can runs down from behind. He plays a physical game, loves to hit, can break down in space, and is an excellent open field tackler. He's a competitive player who shows up every down and a leader on the field. Like the natural football instincts he shows, and when combined with his frame potential, fluid athleticism, and toughness, he has all the traits to be an every down starter at the Power 4 level with an NFL ceiling as well. So, yeah, highly touted recruit Torrey Davis is, and it's a good thing that they got him because they lost the battle for 2 recruits and they lost 2 commits as well. The Bruins lost the Pula brothers, Jaron and Kenan Pula, after committing to them since about September. They went ahead and decommitted. Looks like they're going to either go to BYU or Utah, something like that. They also lost the battle for 3-star corner. He was Dylan Waters, and then they lost 4-star quarterback Oscar Rios. So yes, they were in play for a lot of these recruits, and they were potentially even going to keep the Pula brothers, but at the end of the day, that's what happens. At the end of the day, that's what happens. It's unfortunate, but they still have a lot of potential recruits coming up. We could talk about they were just recently put into the top 4 of on Saturday, 3-star defensive lineman Lopeti Moala. He announced his top 4 schools. UCLA was one of them. Then you had Stanford, BYU, and Utah. He announced that on Twitter. He was, recruited from schools like, the 4 that I just mentioned. They had Arizona, Iowa State, New Mexico, USC, Arizona State, Utah State, Washington State, Oklahoma State. So pretty good. He was pretty highly touted, and UCLA is in his top 4. But according to Bruin Report Online, it looks like it's going to be between BYU and Utah. They said Moala really emerged in the offseason, and the 2 in-state schools want him badly. He visited UCLA in early May, I believe it was May 9th. Stanford also got an official visit from him, but right now it's looking like an in-state schools that have the best chance. And if we want to read a quick evaluation on him, Moala measures 6'4", 250 pounds. He will need to put on some weight to be able to be effective at the next level. He has the ability to play either on the edge or as an interior lineman during his collegiate career. He's rated 87th by 24/7 Sports, which makes him a 3-star prospect. His composite ranking is slightly lower at a 0.8650. Moala is the 12th best player out of the state of Utah for the class of 2026, and he's the 96th ranked defensive lineman in the class as well. He's long and disruptive, sheds off tackles quickly, and can get into the backfield and gets leverage easily on offensive tackles. He is a solid tackler. He is going to need to fine-tune his pass rush, as sometimes he gets lost in the wash. Not the fastest guy on the field, but will do everything he can to make the play. So that's another good recruit that they probably, that the Bruins might have a good chance at landing. If we want to look at another one, this next recruit, his commitment isn't coming anytime soon, I don't believe. So probably don't have to worry about him too soon. But where is it? Sorry, I just had these notes. Okay, Rashawn Duncan, yeah. So Rashawn Duncan, he is a 3-star corner. He's one of the recruits that UCLA is still in play for. He's from Oakland. He is, a 3-star corner. This is what Bruin Report Online said. He said Duncan was offered last month, and the Bruins got a visit from him earlier in June. They just landed former MAC player and running back Javion Thomas from Cal, and he's been putting in a word for the Bruins with Duncan. Arizona State already hosted him for a visit, and he loved it in Temple, while Arizona also hosted him. Washington got him to campus last weekend and made a big push, so while it's down to these 4 schools, this is looking like a UCLA-Washington showdown, as it is for a few other recruits. I mean, the Bruins are kind of in heavy battles with Washington for recruits, so they're gonna have to push it and make these last stretches. Right now they sit at, I think, 15th on 24/7 Sports on their national ranking. They were 11th just a few days ago before losing the Pula twins. But regardless, it's still a really good class, and I still think that they have potential to finish strong in recruiting. So, we're going to have it all for you. As always, thank you for watching and listening. I'm your host, Connor Moran, and we'll see you tomorrow.